Well, hello, this is Rochelle, and welcome to my channel. As you may have noticed, I am quite obsessed with acrylics at the moment. So what I do in my free time, I paint my watercolors. I've got a little watercolor book that I am trying out all the watercolors with. Not as comfortable with that yet, and yeah, so that I'll show you at a later stage. But for today, I am doing Philippians 4, my Bible journaling Bible study group called Marveling Faith. We meet once a month and we have, I want to say, homework for the 4 weeks of the month. And the program that we're doing this year for 2019 is the fruit of the Spirit. And so we started out February with love, and in March we did joy, and now in April we're talking about peace. And so I just laid down an acrylic background in these mint greens and sage color. And then you saw me put some baby powder over that and just brush it off with a brush. I don't have an EK Success powder tool, so I just make do with what I have. I want to emboss on this, so I need the surface to be non-sticky so that the powder doesn't get stuck on places where I don't want it to get stuck. I did add some lines because I'm into wood grain. You know, when I learn something new, I try it until I perfect it, right? So just playing around with the acrylics, and then I'm taking this arrow that I want to have pointed upwards, and I'm stamping that with an embossing ink. So this is an ink that stays, or that has like a glue to it that makes the powder stick to this ink. You can do this with pigment and even chalk inks. Just make sure that you work a little faster, as it doesn't stay wet as long. I've even got a friend who does it with Vaseline or glycerine, I'm not sure, one of the two, and hers work out fine as well. It's got a bit more of an oily surface though. So you saw me dusting off the excess powder there, and then I just hit it with my heat tool, and so this is black powder with like a glitter, and sadly the camera does not pick up the raised texture and the glitter, but it looks very pretty. So the crux of the verse today is Philippians 4, and it's verse 6 to 7, and it's so beautiful. Our Bible journaling, Bible study teacher has us looking at this verse for this week, and this verse speaks about letting your prayers go up as you cast off your worries. So I'm going to read it to you. It says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." And then he gives this promise, and he says, "And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." And so I wanted these arrows to represent my prayers going up, my burdens being cast upon Jesus, is what another translation says. This is not my own idea. It is from my Bible journaling teacher. So kudos to her, all credit right there. And I'm using a arrow stamp from By the Well for God. It's from the Forgiveness Kit, or Missing the Mark Kit. And I quite like that arrow. It's just a bit girly, like I would like to be. And then I'm just taking the time to, with my Faber-Castell Pit Artist pen in an S nib. This pen does not bleed through, and the embossing also did not bleed through because it's on top of that acrylic, which acts as a barrier on this page so that it doesn't have that greasy embossed text or effect on the back of this paper. And I'm just writing out, peace comes when you cast your cares on Jesus. So that peace that surpasses all understanding, it comes when you cast your cares on Jesus. You might see the light flashing here a bit. My husband was welding in the kitchen. Yes, in the kitchen. Our house is multi-purpose for all of our all kinds of fun things. He's a mountain biker, so yeah, kitchen was doubling up as a place to put on his new cassette. So anyways, there's my page. Very much enjoyed being in the Word for this session and understanding that God speaks of anything, everything, and all things. So let Him guard your heart with peace today. And I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.